welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Semi, and on this channel we do DIYs, wood signs, and there's always tons of laughter to be had. If you think that's something you'd be into, then make sure to stick around. And I wanted to thank VAC Life for sponsoring today's video. And with that said, let's go ahead and get right into these DIYs.
We are going to start off with a wood sign today. And for this wood sign, I was inspired by this Pinterest picture. And it was like $92. I was like, we can make it cheaper, but it's still gorgeous. So this, I believe, was 9 by 27 or 9.25 by 27. And I had previously used it for something else. That's why it's already stained. I am using linen white by Rust-Oleum. I do have this on my Amazon Live, Amazon store. You could also get it at Walmart. And I'm just taking my chip brush and I'm making sure to get the sides and the front. I am just doing a messy coat because I want this to look rustic. And then these little side pieces, I took off an old coffee table and have had a little stash of them. So I was like, you know what? These are going to be perfect. So I gave these 2 coats, but I only gave the sign 1 coat of paint. Then taking my wood glue, I'm going to glue each of those to the corner. Now, I didn't have to do this step first, but I chose to just so I had a better idea of like how to fit my lettering inside of this. And I did not like put nails through this because the wood was very fragile. So next we're going to try the cinnamon hack. And what I'm doing is I'm taking clear wax by Rust-Oleum and I am taking just household cinnamon. And you can see I'm going in small sections at a time. And while that wax is still wet, I'm getting my cinnamon and I'm pushing it into the wax with my finger. And this is going to create like a faux rust look, like it's been kind of outside and weathered and starting to rust. Now, I will say, like when I was rubbing up and down versus side to side, I got like a grittier texture, which I really ended up liking. So just a little tip there. But as I go, I'm just working in small sections, putting it sporadically around the wood board. And then as spots dried, I would just take my brush and then dust it off to reveal the rust look. So you could see right there, like just brushing it off, and then you could see it just looks rusty. And oh my gosh, it turned out beautiful. All right. So after all that's done, I'm taking, this is Aura Mask 813 stencil vinyl and my vinyl ease transfer tape. Now, a tip. I should have done my lettering before I put that wax and that cinnamon on. Because, I mean, the transfer tape, or sorry, the stencil paper did stick, but it took me a lot more work than it should have. And that's because of the wax and the texture of the cinnamon. So paint first, then do your wax and cinnamon hack. So right here, I'm just taking a stencil brush from Dollar Tree. I'm taking Elephant Gray by Waverly, and I'm going to stencil this in. Now, usually if you watch my wood round videos, you know something of this size, I would probably use a roller. However, since I was having bubbles with this, because it was not sticking to my wood the way I would usually want, I did not want to chance rolling paint on and getting it under those bubbles. So instead, I'm stenciling it on. That way I have more control over how much paint is there and how it's being applied. So after taking that Aura mask off, I get a rough sanding block from Dollar Tree and just rub that over my letters so that it goes with that worn look. And look at how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh, I don't need to keep everything. And then you guys, I'm just gonna apply some D hooks. This is a longer, heavier sign. So these work, in my opinion, better than sawtooth hangers. And we are done. Let me know what you think of this. I think it is So gorgeous. You guys, I'm gonna get in trouble because I keep telling myself I'm gonna put these things in my booth, but then after they're done, I'm like, but this is my style. I want this in my house, and I just love the way it turned out. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.
All right, you guys. So that was the first DIY. I'm trying my hand at French country farmhouse, which I didn't know was like a thing. I felt like I've already been kind of doing that, but like not calling it that. But I guess it's called French country farmhouse. We'll go over a mood board, I think, later, or maybe I'll post it on my social media. I don't know. But you guys, if you're digging me, if you're digging this video, if you're digging this channel, then make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Your girl's goal is to hit 100K before we have this baby in June. So help me out there. And you guys, I hope you know that I appreciate you guys so very much. I thank you for watching all of my content. I hope you guys have an amazing week. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into finding out about Vac Life, our sponsor for today's video.
All right, you guys, so this is Vac Life. It's a handheld vacuum. It looks, you could tell I've been using it, and it sucks up a lot, even pipe cleaners the kids make. But I really like the look of it, super sleek. It comes with a charger, which since I've gotten this over 2 weeks ago, I tried it out for you guys. It has held a charge. It comes with a second filter, a brush, and then an extender as well. And I can honestly say, as a mom of two and a messy husband and dogs, this was super convenient to have. I usually pull out my entire vacuum to do something like this, and you guys, the mess that you're gonna see me clean with Vac Life is just one cookie from Everett. But you can see how sleek it looks and how much it picks up. Say hello to Hank. I've also ran this over Hank as well. But it's very convenient, holds its charge, and then you can see right here, I'm just showing you guys, like, it picks up a lot. I wouldn't say it necessarily is strong enough to pick up like a lot of like dog hair or anything, but you can see right here, like, it's picking up the cookie crumbs, all of the crumbs inside of the vat or the sofa very easily. So for me, for the price point, it is very convenient. I do recommend this product, and there will be a link and a discount code for you guys down in the description box. For this next one, I'm going to take some sand from the Dollar Tree. You guys, do as I say, not as I do, because I'm like mixing this sand and this elephant gray, and I'm being completely lazy using a plate when I know it's not going to work. So I start using my hands. You guys, your girl is a hot mess. Then I get my butt up and I go get a bowl, put some elephant gray in there, mix a little bit of sand, and I finally get the texture I want. I'm just using my chip brush. I apply this over the terracotta pots from Dollar Tree. And you guys, this gives this like such an amazing, beautiful texture. Look at that. And it dries very quickly. I'm going to do this on, I think, 5 terracotta pots total. Let them dry. After they are done drying, I'm then going to get my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint, and I'm going to go around. And I really love this because you got to see all of the texture over or under the white, and then that gray was peeking through. It just turned out very beautiful. And you could do this with any colors of your choosing. I just highly recommend to do like contrasting colors because it just makes it pop a little bit more. After that, so I wanted to use this scrapbook paper as some labels, but it was so thin. So what I did was I just took a glue stick and I'm going to glue it onto some cardstock just so I have a thicker base to it. Then taking just a paint bottle cap, I traced that out for my circle. Super easy peasy. Use what you got, you guys, right? Like whatever's around me. I'm like, oh, that's an opportunity. I'm going to use that instead of getting my butt up. And then so next I'm going to take some rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to rub those right over our little cutouts. Then taking our twine, I'm going to double this up. And the reason I'm doubling it up is because I want I wanted there to be just a little something more for that number to adhere to. So I got hot glue, stuck my number on, and then now I'm just taking that twine and tying it around my my pot. Now that that's done, stuff some green floral foam in those babies. I love the green floral foam from Dollar Tree. I'm going to take a healthy amount of Spanish moss. I wanted this to look messy and rustic. I guess not rustic. Rustic isn't the word, but I definitely wanted it to look like messy and natural. So I put some hot glue on top of that floral foam. Okay, you guys, this is the lavender from Amazon, and I showed it on my Amazon Live. It's in my description box, and this stuff looks so real. I mean, it is the most beautiful lavender. So if you haven't been able to find it at the Dollar Tree, check out the lavender that I have in my Amazon store. So I am just making these kind of look full, stuffing a good amount into these, and I'm going to repeat that process for all of my pots. And you could do these with any florals. It doesn't have to be lavender. I think this would be gorgeous with just greenery. Even yellow would be so pretty, like during summertime. But I love the way these turned out. And these two, I told John, I said I can't get rid of them. I already have a vision for them on a tray just like this, with a bunch of book stacks layered out, some books open, and then these out with my little cute birds that I painted. So nope, they're not going in my booth. Okay, our last one, we are going to take out those IOD stamps once again. I am taking out my air dry clay and I am rolling that out. It is pretty thin, okay? Then taking my crockery stamp, I'm going to place that over. I take my rolling pin and roll it over so that I could get that imprint of the stamp into my clay. Then I'm just kind of doing a squiggly cut around thing. I don't know, nothing special. All right. Next, I got these wall pockets from Hobby Lobby. You guys, they were brand new for $2.99 and at Savers. So taking the STARBOND, I apply that to the back. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on. Look at how easy that is. It's crazy how you can transform something that's like totally modern into what we're going to turn it into. So see, only $2.99. This thing was brand new, still had the $10 tags on it, still had the cardboard covering like the hangers on the back. And I was like, yes, ma'am, buying these for $3 for sure. So I am then taking our linen white once again, and I am painting the stamp, the clay. Why am I drawing a blank? Anyways, I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to paint over the metal. I'm going to leave all the wood in its natural glory. And after that, I'm going to take our gray wax with a Dollar Tree stencil brush, and I'm going to run that over. Now, I am using the lightest amount. I'm dipping it in the wax, then brushing the excess off on my doggy pee pad, and then I am rubbing it over the mold as well as the base and the top of this wall pocket. You just really want it to pop out. And on this one, I think I made the clay a little too thin, so it cracked, but that's okay to me. I'm like, it makes it look more realistic and old and lived in, you know. Not that you're living in a wall pocket, but you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. So after I'm done, see how it just makes all the letters and everything pop so much? I love that. All right, you guys, I went from like having a phobia about gluing styrofoam into things to now gluing every styrofoam into everything. So I put some more floral foam in there. Again, a very generous amount of Spanish moss. I've been going through Spanish moss like nobody's business lately. And again, with that beautiful lavender, like for these wall pockets which were a decent size, I used one pick for each pocket, and you're able to cut the picks into 2 pieces and use even more of the lavender to create a fuller look. So again, highly recommend this lavender, and it's a great price. All right, you guys, so that was the last one. I hope you guys are digging these French farmhouse house, cottage, country DIYs, so they say it's called these days. But I really hope you enjoyed them. I love them. I know I'm keeping these for myself and using them in my decor for spring. So you guys, thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope you have an amazing, amazing week, and I will see you back here on Saturday. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, but oh, and make sure to check out the vlog channel. Okay, it's down in the description box. That's where all the updates are gonna be. All right, bye you guys.
Here we are again. I look like super tan right now, and I'm not mad about it. Like, I feel like I'm at the beach, but it's like a little breezy out in the beach, so I need like my little sweater on, you know? Like, I'm getting those vibes right now. If only, if only. I finally got my hair did, you guys. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. I just wasn't ready for all the grays yet, you know? I wasn't ready. I will get there. I'll get there. I think they're beautiful. My mom is all silver already, and I think her hair is absolutely gorgeous. I just personally wasn't ready to go gray yet. So your girl fixed that. Okay. All right, let's get into this. I think I lost a chocolate chip. Okay. I think it's good. I like the vacuum. It's convenient. Anybody that has a boy needs one of these. Everett could eat a cookie, a small cookie. And you know what? I don't know how much goes in his mouth, because when you look at anywhere he eats it, it's literally all over wherever he is.